Claire, we are so often hostage to the laws of relativity, right? The brain has to adapt to the less awful scenario. And so I think in these times, McConnell became less scary than Ted Cruz and Hawley and the others that we're talking about. But the truth is, McConnell suffered a special, extraordinary humiliation at the hands of Donald Trump when Donald Trump went after his wife with racist attacks on Truth Social. I'm not going to amplify them here, but it was in the wake of the heightened hate climate around Asian Americans. Donald Trump attacked Elaine Chao, who served in Donald Trump's cabinet. McConnell wouldn't defend her. I mean, there was, on top of acquiescing to an agenda that he said today he didn't completely agree with all the time, there was a personal humiliation to being Mitch McConnell.
You know, sadly, Mitch McConnell stands for the proposition that sometimes the desire for power overwhelms everything to such an extent that you lose your North Star. And to me, when
defending your wife? Does you need a North Star to defend your wife?
Exactly. I mean, what other North Star could there be that you would allow someone to trash your spouse? You know, Hawley, Cruz did the same thing, right? About both his father and his wife.
It's true.
So it is, and really, yes, Mitch McConnell said what he should have said. He should have voted to impeach him. Mm-hmm. He said what he should have said after what happened on January 6th. But how many times did Mitch McConnell swallow what he thought in order to hold on to power? How many times was his gut telling him, this is wrong? This guy, how many meetings was he at in the White House when he knew this is a man who has no idea what he's doing? And he's trying to do things that are against our Constitution and against what's normal. How many times did he put up with that and say nothing? That really is his legacy. He is the midwife of Donald Trump because he allowed it, along with a lot of other Republicans in the Senate who knew better. They let this morph into the monster it is today.
Do you think he regrets that vote on impeachment?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know if he regrets it or not, but I think he was reading the tea leaves.
You almost want to write an alternate history, right? Because if Trump had been impeached, he would not be the figure that he is right now politically, and McConnell might stay longer.
Now, look what he said today. He said, I understand the politics. I have faults.
He created the politics.
But the point is, he saw the politics of what was going on with Trump, and he didn't see a win going after Trump the way he should have because of the politics. So once again, politics over principle.
Yeah.
That really, now he had some principles. He likes dark money. He likes unlimited campaign. He wanted to stack the court. But when it came to stopping Donald Trump, he did not stand up and lead at the most important moments when the country needed to hear this is wrong and no president should be doing this.
Yeah, Senator, I'll give you the last word. I mean, he also refused to reach out when a lifeline was thrown to him. I remember Bob Corker was desperate to get attention to Donald Trump's lack of fitness, wanted to limit his nuclear capacities, was calling the West Wing a daycare center. McConnell could have had his back. He didn't. Romney went out there in impeachment 1 and 2. I mean, he also left a lot of people who probably saw Trump exactly the same way Mitch McConnell did, stranded on the political battlefield.
They were stranded on the political battlefield, but also the clip that you showed earlier about his denunciation of the January 6th insurrection and Trump's role in it, those words were fine. But as the saying goes, actions speak louder than words. If he had been in favor of impeachment, if he had used his power, not just to say things about Trump on the floor of the Senate, but actually to mobilize Republicans in favor of impeachment, it would be a different world today.
Absolutely.
And so I think that he will be held accountable and judged harshly by history for the approach that Claire McCaskill has just put so eloquently. Power above principle, and I think that will be among his legacy.
It's a